Hey everybody, what's going on? Hey, I'm a little under the weather still kind of sick. I can't get over this crap. It's been about a week now, but I just wanted to reach out here. I had a kind of a pretty cool thing happen today. We're gonna see how it's gonna go. It's I had a business offer that I feel like should be a pretty good deal. The place that I keep my trailers at, I showed y'all a video not too long ago, showed you the front part of the property. It's those sheds. And the business that owns those sheds has decided to go a different route, and I think he's maybe taking a full-time position somewhere or doing something else, I don't know. But he asked me if I wanted to take over that business. So it would be me, and really it would be me starting another shed business. But the thing is, like, it's where I keep my trailers already, so I feel like that's a pretty good deal. I've talked some numbers with him a little bit on the phone and stuff, because he just called me about an hour ago, and about 10 months out of the 12 it's in the positive, which means about 10 months out of the 12 it covers the rent for that lot. So that's all I really care about, as long as it just cover the rent, because then it allows me to keep my trailers there, and I don't have to feel like I'm stepping on somebody's toes. That entire property, which looks to be about 1.5 acres, maybe 2 acres would be mine, so I could run my dumpsters from there as well. I didn't show it, but there's an office up front, and right now I was in the works of pretty much trying to put together an office in my house outside of just where I have one. You can kind of see where I've made some videos. It's just in the hallway, kind of. I was about to build an office outside, start a plan on one, because I need a place to make phone calls for the real estate part of it, and it's usually hectic in the house, or I got dogs to deal with. So we were looking at building a place outside, or excuse me, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I'm not crying. It's knees and my allergies, I guess. I don't know. I don't really ever have allergies. But anyway, so we're getting ready to build an office of some sort outside, so I have a place to make some phone calls for the real estate part of it. But this place comes with a office already. I don't think I showed it in my video, but there is a shed up front that's a pretty decent sized shed that's already built out for an office, AC and everything inside of it, power, so that would work really well for me. I'm sorry. I know it probably seems like I'm not very happy, I guess, but I think it's going to work out really well. I'm actually pretty happy about this opportunity. The thing is, like, let me start over. I get myself spread out pretty thin with all these different things I go and do, and so now that this came on, it may shift me again. But I'm always shifting and growing and trying to figure out where I fit in, and this one here fits really well with my initial plans from the get-go when I started my businesses, which was the junk removal and the dumpster rental. So I think this is probably going to steer me away from real estate. Not necessarily right now, because I got about 4 or 5 deals that are going to happen between now and July, and those are pretty much to give me. So it's not gonna steer me away 100% right away, but I'll probably stick around while those deals go on. But it's definitely gonna send me a different direction forward. And it could go a couple different routes with this, because the guy who works there now did have a salesman that worked there. I would have hired the salesman, but that means I could put somebody on there. I have a couple people in mind already that I know would be happy to come over there, and so I could keep them running the sheds while it's basically I just have the place to put my dumpsters, and I could use the office as well for real estate. So I think it's a pretty good deal. the guy who's running it has been doing it for a couple years since I've known him, and he's got 2 family members that I know of as well, one that does it in Oklahoma and one now that does it in Arkansas, these same buildings, and they're making 10 to 15K a month in their areas. And I wouldn't really even be doing it to try to build the shed business. It's more so I can have a place to put my other stuff. So as long, and the lot rent there is $1,200 a month. So as long as I can cover the $1,200 a month for the lot, then I don't really, that's all the purpose of that would really be, at least for now, because once he leaves, there's no telling what would go in that place. Although my agreement is kind of with him, but I've also spoke with the owners that own the land as well, the landlords of that property, and they know I'm there and they're okay with that as well. And so I don't know, but I may have to leave if the next people don't want me there, which is understandable. I don't know who would rent it out next. And so in reality, this protects me. Plus, at the very front of this property, which I think I showed in my video, like where the road can see at the very beginning, it's just a driveway coming in. The first thing I'd be doing is going up there and putting some concrete poles in and putting a chain of some sort across there to prevent them from coming in and getting my trailers. I know there is a little bit of a grassy area on the side, but right now there's some sheds and there's some playgrounds in that area, so they'd have to do some pretty good damage to get through to come all the way down there to my trailers, and I don't think they're going to do that. So that would really make me feel a lot more comfortable, and I'd do that like right away if I took over this lot and took over this business. And the office is already set up. He's going to leave the desks in there. He's going to leave pretty much everything in there. So I'm pretty happy, although I don't sound like it because I feel like crap right now. But I think it's a really good opportunity, and like I said, I'm not really trying to make. It's not going to be something that, I don't know if I'm going to push those sheds or not. They build sheds, they build playgrounds, metal buildings, all kinds of stuff. More so it's just so I can keep the property, and we'll see. I mean, I think it's a pretty good adventure. Maybe I shift focus, because real estate has really got me. I don't know if I even posted videos about it, but real estate's really got me on edge and pretty stressed about these. I don't want to say bad words, but about these type of people than what they've done. So this may be my, I may be deciding real estate ain't for me. I tried it. People aren't true to their word. I don't like that, so I may get out of it, and this be another route I go. I don't know. The thing is with me, anybody that knows me knows that, once I get an idea in my head, if I feel like I'm going to do it, I don't care what it is. I just go do it. I could be doing 15 different things, but I feel like in the end, people like me, like entrepreneurs or whatever, are always going to be, throwing mud on the wall and seeing what sticks, I guess you could say. I could be out there, I may be trying a bunch of different things to realize which one sticks. The junk removal stuck with me. I like it. The only problem I have is, help doing the jobs, because I'm not like some people who, want to go do it. They're, be a one-man team out there. I don't want to do that. I would try to expand my company, any company I really get. And so I'm not all about going out there doing it myself. So that's kind of my problem with the junk removal now, but I really like that. To get back on track, sorry. So I don't know if I will really push the shed business. I think it's a good one, especially in our area here where we're at in Texas, in Fort Worth, South Fort Worth, out here towards the country. I mean, there are a couple other shed businesses, not a lot, but there are like 2 well-known ones that people know the names of, and it's just because they do really good advertising and they got really good buildings. And so and I know about these buildings because I've done some research on them in the past, and almost got one before I took a warehouse last year, or the year before that. I almost picked up one of these buildings that he was selling, so I can put some stuff in it. And so I know how they're made, and I know that the quality is great in them, and that's the only reason I would even, you know, consider this, because I'm already kind of familiar with their material they use. So anyways, I just wanted to jump on here and let y'all know that's you know, an adventure that I may be taking on soon. Who knows? You know, I'm pretty excited about it, and may have a new company name of something else starting pretty soon. And I'm pretty excited. On a side note, excuse me, my rental property that I have, that's causing me some problems about the last week. Caused me so much problems that I'm finally getting my renters out of there, because they just signed a lease in December. I mean, the lady that was there has been there for about 2 years, but she brought on a boyfriend, and so they re-signed the lease like in December. But because of some issues, and I'm gonna get too personal, I was just kind of counting the time down for them to leave, and then I was probably gonna sell it. Well, some things are happening, and so we're getting them out of there right now, as we speak. I'm about to drive over there to make sure my doors are not getting kicked in, and so I'm probably going to list that house. I don't know yet. I've talked to a property management company friend of mine who I know, who I talked to prior to these people moving in, and I'm either going to hand this task over to a property management company and let them handle it, or I'm just going to sell it, because this landlord stuff is not for me either. I don't do well with people that cause me stress in my life. I don't want no stress in my life, and so it's either give it to the property management people, let them deal with it, or I sell that property. You know, I ain't figured that part out yet. Clearly, I don't want to sell the property. I bought it in 2021, so I bought it when my rates are, you know, 3%, and I have a lot of equity in it because I bought it before the houses. I mean, the houses at that point already were skyrocketing, but I bought it, you know, closer to the bottom, so right off the bat, I've got quite a bit of equity in it now. So I don't know if I want to sell it. You know, who knows what the housing market's going to do. But anyways, this video ain't much about that. I don't want to get into too personal stuff there. It's more so about my new adventure in the shed and storage buildings. I say sheds, but storage and shed buildings, chicken coops, playgrounds, pretty much anything outdoor buildings this company sells. They're out of Oklahoma, and so looks like that's what I'm going to be probably getting into pretty soon. And anyways, hope you have a good day. I hope I get better. I'm not feeling very well, clearly, and want to get this crap out of here. It's been going on for about a week or so. Have a good day.